Hello, one and all. We've returned with more of a... Oops. Okay, you're not supposed to see that. You got a little glimpse at my wallpaper, it seems, as I clicked off the game. But we're back with more Conquest of Elysium. We're looking to take the Inferno still, dealing with that. Unfortunately, last time you saw, we lost many of our really good giants when it comes to the air. But as you can see, we're not lacking many air gems, so all we need to do is make sure we can grab another champion of air that is a storm giant, which should take a little bit of time. My god. The child of Ella are these things, by the way. I don't think we mentioned that. I think for a while, we thought she didn't spawn any children. I think she got unlucky, and we were also summoning these things, so it got confusing, but... there's just so many of these. We could potentially send these into the Inferno, which I think we might do in the future here, to deal with our problem of Garyon and his charm spells. Because these are mindless. They will resist those charm spells better than anything else here. But we're going to want to maybe just take the Air Queen down at this point. My only worry is if anything comes through, we're still going to need a poultry force to deal with it. So I think... we'll take our greater clouds. We'll leave these guys. Most of these guys won't help us very much. Yeah. And we're just going to move down into the Inferno with our Air Queen, because at this point, we want to start wrapping this game up. And one of the ways we're going to do that is through, when we have AP next turn, we're going to move in through there and start dealing with our true enemies down in the Inferno. We have this guy up here. We can make him a king of the giants. Have a bunch of Cyclopses running around. That wouldn't be so useful, I don't think, where we currently are. We have 500 fire gems. I do think it's time to start thinking about killing plenty of the stuff up here. You don't have your Earth Orb, do you? You do have your Earth Orb. We want to be a little careful with this guy. Probably summon some Earth summons with Orgines, or whatever his name is. Deal with that business. We were going to go kill this, I believe. Where is the... army for that? I'm unsure. This guy will go kill. Are you down here, Mr. Army? What were we using to kill fire giants, I believe, right? What happened to those? Did we lose them? Maybe this guy was the dude we're using for it? I guess maybe we were using Poseidon. I know these guys were going down to the elemental planes. I remember that. Maybe we lost them in some epic fray? A little confused about that, but that's alright. My memory is sometimes a little faulty. Maybe I'm misremembering. It's been a day or two since I last played this session. Trying to run through it once again. We have rocks over here. How many magma children does he have? Not that many. Could start doing... One, we're going to do Volfer Flames and make sure that place is safe. Then we'll start doing stuff like that when he has AP again. This dude can start moving out towards this direction. Catharsis, with his many, many wounds, almost useless to us. That's fine. Just a little more people between him. We'll go kill this army and then start wiping this stuff. We'll take this with our force up here. Maybe just use Barathas. Yeah, we'll just use Barathas, actually. We won't move our Earth Warlock out of here yet. But it's getting that time where we're going to start getting through the elemental planes a little quicker, start dealing with this stuff a little quicker. And we'll see if we do that episode where we skip around. We need to move our Water Queen this direction with her little friends, who aren't mindless, so they can be charmed, but she can summon plenty of mindless troops. We had the two wheels here, the Wheel of Frost and Flames, because they're going to be super useful against stuff like this. And they're also, I believe, they're mindless. Yes. So Wheels and Frost of Flames are going to be most of what we're going to want to use against Garyon. We'll bring in a commander as well, but and the Storm Wheel as well as we get down there will be useful. The opposition elements coming together. The unfortunate thing is, though, those are going to remain outside of our giant armies for fear of their retaliation. As our giant our giant armies move around and conquer these towns. Getting more vision up here. I figured that much. We have this tunnel to go down and see what's over there. I hope we don't have to dig another pit into the Inferno. There's a lot of space over here where something could be, but I don't think it covers... I think it's actually quicker travel down here, so I don't think it'll cover the entire amount of Elysium. But we're so close to killing it bad, and we just need these wheels, and I think we should be able to take him with probably less giants. This is probably too many to deal with all this. And we also don't want to get feared at the wall. That is one thing the wheels will deal with well, and all our elementals that aren't mindful will deal with these things well, because these cause fear. So we'll deal with those much better. Is there anyone else I want to move this turn? You can... you'll just... We don't have a Fire King to summon, I don't believe. Summon a Champion of Fire. We got to do our stuff in the elemental planes. That'll be fine for now. We'll just subserviate him. I'm not too concerned about that. Quickly pushing through here. We have these guys. What did we see on the other side? Was this the fire? No. Fire was over here. What were we using to scout? Enter the gateway really quick. Oh, this is the water plane, and we're right by the snow, and we are immediately greeted with some frost giants, but we'll tear those guys apart. We might want to conquer the elemental plane of water, the access we have to it on the ice zone. I don't know. I don't think it ever unfreezes. Yeah, it's a frozen waste. And this must be the elemental plane of air. So we found all of our elemental planes, figured out the nexus in that sense. We'll have some ether. I have a ton of ether warriors here, chilling. So I think that'll bring us to an end. Let's make sure we don't have anything in earth we wanted to move. There's 2 storm giants here. Oh, we can build the stone warriors here, actually. Okay. They're expensive. They're hella expensive for 5 of them, but hey, you could shuffle these guys up, and they're going to be, you know, much better, probably, than using all your earth gems for it, because you have other stuff you can do, and your regular troops aren't that good, so it's something to use gold on if you're not getting a bunch of mages, or trading away all your money. But we'll continue with our catapult storm, although I think the wheel plan has, I didn't mean to do heavies there, has more credence than the other plans we've had going here with the catapult storm. Because the wheels will deal with those guys pretty well. They don't die so easily to certain things. The Corruption Lord was easy with the giants, but the rest of the stuff we might want to use wheels in small, never healing elementals, which they're going to take attrition more, but that'll be fine. Is us and our children going here. You'll start to see with these little earth gnomes and our children how much power they can pack if we get a bunch of them together as he spawns them. Like they did in that citadel. Because they'll do things like Earth Grip, they'll have a bunch of damage spells, and they'll all keep regenerating. The real thing is, though, we don't want him to get stuck against one of the Tribal King's flying armies, is the big deal. Whispering Skull, that doesn't do much for us. This is just sad. So we kill the frozen creatures here. I don't think we'll take damage on the frozen waste. Don't believe that's the case. We need to get over there quickly. The stone warrior got killed by... Oh, shit. Shit. I just noticed. Oh, jeez. Okay. Well, having storm giants guard the citadel is not the wisest move. But, that's okay. All will be figured out in time. Enter through this gateway. I hope we do not send these guys into the void. Because these are going to be our summoners down there. We haven't decided what they'll totally be yet. But let's just go straight over to the plane of ice. Whole bunch of ice dudes hanging around here wanting a taste of us. So we'll give it to them. Give it to them swiftly. As we take out what we need to. I really want to test my luck against this, but Fear Aura on these guys is not what I look forward to. So we'll go focus on the Citadel. See how we fancy it. Maybe do one more casting of fire giants over there. Love the gold you get from the underworld. But these troops start costing a lot. So it starts to balance out with getting these troops if you decide to buy them. But they don't do a lot for us. Might be worth just pulling the resources and waiting till we get really good wizards and whatnot and recruiting them by the whole. Okay, you can keep moving, just doing some movement through here. Again, no blame if you skip ahead on some of these later episodes, although if you're sticking with us for all of it, I do appreciate that. As this game begins to take a more methodic approach to what we're doing. There we go. Sorry, a less methodic approach is what I meant to say, not a more methodic approach. Okay, these guys might get on him pretty quickly. But now we have a small army, and I think this guy has Hellfire, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so he'll probably be fine there. Send one more Greater Fire. Some more Flame Spirits. Just let's go terrorize the hell out of them with Catharsis. He'll just go in on one of these forts. We have someone moving around here. We'll start dealing that with our Earth stuff, I think. Oh, that's not what I want. Champion of Earth, got another Cyclops. Poly. I think we've already had a Polyphemus. Phemos? Ooh, Strength of Earth and Eruption. It's not bad. Just make him a brawler. He'll probably regenerate himself, this Elder Cyclops. It's interesting there are no Cyclops Kings. I find that kind of a cool thing there. As we move our more stealthy Void Lords around, we found a Cyclops. Maybe he'll join the army. No, they don't do that. We actually probably should have done some more summoning with this guy. Could very much use more stuff on him. I'm not super scared of this crappy army. I just hope there's nothing behind it. So we wipe out armies on the prime material plane, and that's our shorthand for it, because that's more of a D&D term, but Elysium is basically the prime material plane here. Okay, elemental stuff is good. Did we move? God, we got to shift around here so much now. Yeah, we moved you guys. All right. End this turn from now. We didn't move our Air Queen, I just realized, but that's okay. What's up, folks? Gotta give the cat a pet while we do this. Oh, shit, there's one of these guys. But we do have a decent amount of troops behind us, so as long as he earthquakes and kills all this little stuff, I think we'll be all right. But that means he needs to earthquake. Terror and touch the moon. You guys have decent morale. Come on, give me an old earthquake, friend. Don't know what he's casting. Trying to catch it, but it is... oh, I just noticed. Hope that's not too... Hope it wasn't too silent through most of this. My mic was moved away from my face without me noticing. Oof. Okay, they got close. Where's the earthquake, buddy? You have your orb. He's just casting a lot of earth grip. I'm not in love with that, because these guys would mostly just fall apart in an earthquake. And instead, he's letting them get more spells off, because we're not able to get as close and as focused. Come on, friend. There's like one flyer left in this army. You're losing your children, because you're not doing earthquake. Okay, round 10. Please, earthquake. Stone shards by gnomes. Eruptions. I think this spell is objectively a better decision here. I think maybe it's not prioritizing it because of the one flyer, which is a bad idea. The good news is this force is incredibly tanky, and then we'll generate all those wounds, but we're losing children to it, and earth gnomes and whatnot, so it's not good. You know, he's a combat caster. It's not stopped from casting at all. It's just he's not casting the right spell to deal with all this stuff, because these guys just die to Earthquake, and then we kill this guy. Which is the much better move in my perspective. Although he's regenerating now. There's more eruptions. But he's taking like no HP, but these guys are getting hit. Which, as they fall apart here, we'll start to see less of, thankfully. The problem is their fist attack isn't the best, and they start, you know, taking enough damage, they'll fall. This is closer than I'd like because of no Earthquake and just eruption casting. Why is he prioritizing this? It's very inefficient. But he has 7 armor. Oh my god. I don't think he's cast that. He had to have cast it. Or maybe someone cast something on him. Strength. Armor +2. What does Army of Gold do? +2? Fire resistance? Seems like he did cast it, yeah. Or someone cast an equivalent on him. Although, yeah, I think that's the only one that does fire resistance, so he must have cast armor on himself. His little compatriots, oh, I think they have it too, yeah. This guy respawned, he'll probably die again. There is a chance every time that they fall that they come back eventually, but you'll see what happens with them there, because they're easy to hit, practically. They only have like 1 HP when they come back, basically, and they'll die. These regular troops mean nothing. This guy's the danger at this point. Oh, there's a bunch, and there's our first there's our second Earthquake. And you'll see the devastation that did to the forces they remain. It would have been much better if he did that early, but we're going to win this. These guys are regenerating now. This guy's coming up to punch him, and this dude does nothing to him in melee. He's got 0 armor. We have 7. He's diseased, but that's fine. He'll heal that back in a little bit. Killed our own Earth Gnome, it looked like, over there. Maybe some will come back, though. We'll see. There we go. Got 2 back. 3, 4. Okay, a lot are coming back. There we go. They were not fully lost. So we attack this fortress with Barathas and his children. He's got Maws of the Earth, so, you know, either Earthquake or that. And he'll prioritize probably these 2 way more than these at this point, just because they're available to him, at least till he gets into range. But looks like that's a Maws of the Earth on himself. He's a wild guy, Barathas. We don't need to watch ourselves smash through more imps. Hopefully, by the time this all gets out, we're at Conquest 5, and I'm playing the Cobalt faction, because I'm hyped for that, okay, guys? I am looking forward to some Cobalts. And it looks like they're led by dragons, but we'll see what else is in the game. The weird pyramid faction, I don't know exactly the details of it, obviously. And hopefully there's a decent amount of improvements to the others that makes it a worthy purchase. You will be seeing Conquest of Elysium 5 on the channel, though. I can promise you that much. I don't want to waste sitting this guy here for so many turns, so we'll go grab just some villages, up our gold gain. Even if we don't necessarily need it fully, we'll take some increased stuff here. So we move our wheel in Frost and Flames. I don't think the giants will hurt these, but just to be safe, we'll only send them in almost immediately after. They will hurt these. They'll kill everything in this army if they can. Which we might send the Frost and Flames wheel with her and attack with these little guys who cast water spells, rather than taking in all the giants. That might be a good priority. I'm gonna make sure to send her down now. And she would soar if she didn't have all this fire stuff. Kind of soar past him. I don't really need it on us. Oh, but this is just, oh. This is a headache to unequip. And we brought the wizards. We didn't want that. But the rest of us all fly, so mountains, we'll fly over those mountains is the real speed up. I don't care. Random fire champion, you take all this stuff. Let me find some music to put on. I got copyright stuff coming with the Minions 5 soundtrack, which is a little frustrating because these are really very similar games. by the same company. So I figured maybe it was okay, but I guess it's not. And I don't know if Dominion... I bet Dominion's players probably get the same issue going. Let's just see. Excuse my unprofessionalism. But I need something to keep track of how long I'm going for, too. Which is the main use, because I keep the music kind of low. Oh, this just isn't... Oh, yeah, this isn't loading at all. Okay. Okay, well, hopefully this works out. Some light music in the background. I don't even know if you guys can hear that. Not at all. Let's turn up... There we go. It should be coming through very, very softly. I don't listen to music particularly loud either, because I just like the slightest bit of background noise to deal with tinnitus, ringing, kind of like mix in with that so I don't feel so distraught from it. But we can continue bumping down in the Inferno as we bump through these guys. Next turn we'll do some summoning and we'll move on if we have enough giants after that and have the AP for it. So we take our last path, it looks like, through the Inferno that we have open to us right now. Oh, you're getting kind of close. Barathas, you have a job to do. Murder these armies that are coming at us. He should be fine at that. The flyers are going to give him a little trouble, but he's a big guy. He'll take care of it. Meanwhile, I want you to do a greater fire summoning and protect yourself a little bit more if you can. Okay, those are not protection. Those are more damage dealers, but they still stand kind of in front of you. Yeah, there you go. A little more stuff between them, but they don't have to worry about that much. Because these guys are right here, and we'll kill them with Catharsis. Even though we'll take a little more losses than if we had attacked them with someone else. Ooh, okay, we can take this temple from them. Then we can take this this port, further cementing our control over the area. As we wander around with our ethereal friends, exploring the last of Elysium. Did the... Yeah, the Dryad's dead. I don't remember when that happened. Maybe I mentioned it when it happened, but it's very clear now that they're dead, given this is just an ancient forest and not a grove of Gaia. And they're not alive, so it looks like we have to be careful with killing the Bakmono and them at the same time. We might leave them with a poultry force and a fortress if we can, making sure we don't kill the last commander. Although, if we're unlucky, they could also suicide onto us. The AI is not super opposed to doing that at times. A lot of air gems. We're going to want to get another air giant down there. We'll just move this guy back over here. Might move them into the Inferno. I don't want to risk losing Warlocks, just in case. They're more of a safety, and the Council rules from afar, as they have a history of losing members. Oh my god, look at this. The flooded caves being filled with our air. We'll move down to the Elemental Plains. Storm through here. I wonder if he'll go through the gate. I have no idea if they only don't go through the gate if the Frost and Flames are there. Moving through this ice stuff. Jeez. So many units lost to the Void, and we've completely lost sight on the Void at this point. This will happen to you. The Void is a weird and mysterious place. But we're not focused on conquering that. This is Adventure Time music. Oh dear. What is this play? What is this soundtrack? I don't... Is this the mood we're going for at this point? I'm putting that a little quieter. Just a tad bit. Just so, I almost wanted to say, if you guys want me to, let me know in the comments, for Conquest 5 at least, would you rather have music being played by me, Would you rather just me, like, suggest a playlist that I listen to for this stuff that's not royalty-free, that I'm like, hey, listen along with this playlist. This is probably set the tone better than anything I could play on stream or on the recording. And then let you guys have that or make your own decisions with music. I don't know what you guys prefer. I'd like to hear from you guys on that front. If you're watching this video right now, let me know. Hopefully this is all out before Conquest 5. I usually do one upload a day, and I don't know when in August Conquest 5 is coming out. I don't want a campaign running when I get sent the email, because I have it on notification. As soon as it comes out, I'm diving right into that, but I don't know. We'll probably play that in Baron for a couple runs and then start moving up to Count. I think we're at that position at this point, even though we take some major losses here and there in what I consider to be one of the more powerful factions, being the Warlock. You'll see here, the Slingers are going to do some harm against our free spawn Children of Catharsis, but those fire shields will just rip right through these guys in a way that we could only dream of. Especially when they're in melee, or actually only when they're in melee, because that's when fire shield hurts. Just watch this one for a little posterity. As I've said so many times before, posterity is important. You know, I put fantasy music, and this is like settler colonial music. Like, oh, America's beautiful, let us march through the acres of it. It's got that feel to it. I guess maybe you could do like this may be like a Shire adventure too, which is those two kind of intersect a little bit. It's like the beauty of nature, because what's his face? Tolkien was super like anti-industrialist, and he loved the countryside, so a lot of stuff will have that feel. Okay, smash through a couple Yetis. Did we ever summon a Yeti? I don't think we did. We didn't. Here's a super experienced Yeti. They usually have lower magic resistance and strength and HP, but they usually are good HP pools. They throw rocks and hit people. I get irritated when I get the spell, frankly. I don't think they're very good. They get hit by archers all the time. Sure, they'll hold your front lines pretty well, but you have a bunch of stuff that'll just do that way better with your earth access. Oh, we're still killing the... Ooh, an old wizard. If you don't know, old wizards are level 3 casters you get, who are kind of like just chaotic in their essence of what they can be. We'll recruit one. He's got a bear amulet. He's got Maws of the Earth, Wild Growth. So he's just got wizardry, so he can get like almost all the spells, or all of them, I believe. Except for like the priest stuff. Poison Mist, Acid Spray. Okay. Okay. Not crazy. The Wild Growth is gonna burst 100, but it's slow to cast. Maws of the Earth we've already seen, unfortunately. He'll kill himself if he hits himself with that. But they're super low HP, and they always start with a wound. This is actually one of the better wounds you can have, is a Lost Eye. If you start with like Never Healing Wound, then they have even less HP, but they have 11 magic resistance. But you don't want to kit them out with regen items, frankly. Just let them die at that point. Well, I should have summoned with this maybe, but we'll see how Barathas does against this. They'll take some hurt from air stuff, but if he can do an Earthquake or Maws of the Earth running through here, he'll do plenty of damage. Don't want to kill this faction, but I also don't want them to keep sending stuff after me. I probably care more about the Hoburgs, because they can mass them so easily. They can mass most of their troops easily, but the Hoburgs particularly get on my nerves. We'll go take this port, kit out that fortress with some stuff, continue to move our Ethereal Warriors, get a look on the land. We don't want to kill these guys. I'm really worried. I'm really paranoid about it. Let's give a save, actually. Warlocking the plains of our 2 saves. Pimble Fortress, there we go. I think we'll go in for this immediately. We're just going to lightning the hell out of them and have a little fire to Maybe take out warriors that hit us or getting close. I love frost magic, but this is not a lot of giants. This is an easy grab. As we go through the elemental planes. Okay, we got a Conan soundtrack now. It's maddening soundtracks. We didn't want to move you. We move back. Move over. And then we get over there, we'll start summoning air giants and elementals and all manner of things. Crush through there. It'd be a real shame to lose this Phoenix right before we get sight, because then it's a long crawl to deal with that again. Okay, we found another infernal. Hopefully this is the fire one. Somewhere. There's Ashfield, so we'll see. I think that'll be all of them found. I just realized we're gonna have to backtrack for this guy, but he's kind of who we're using the catapults for. We're gonna try and out siege equipment him. Hopefully it'll work. I do need to go move these guys on the elemental plane over here. Okay, very carefully and very slowly move you past these squares of death that we started off on here. We'll take this Fimble Fortress, leave a couple Storm Giants to persuade anyone to leave it alone. Could move our Earth Giant into this fight. I think we will. Hopefully he'll regenerate himself pretty early on, otherwise he'll be in trouble. The wounds he takes will be permanent, but you know, he'll have... Where's the spells? I clicked on the wrong one. He'll have Strength of Earth, and maybe he'll get Iron-Skinned, which would mean he has 4 armor. And he could Soldiers of Steel him too if he doesn't do that, so we'll see what happens with that. I think we're good here. I know I've been abusing these dudes over here, the Water Elementalist, but just not in love with him. Just really don't like the Water Elementalist. I think they're bad, frankly. They have good, like, tank early spawning stuff. Like, they're not terrible. I just think what you can get elsewise is better. Earth covers most of your tanky needs already with their high armor. Sure, they don't have the resistances, but the low armor and never healing. I mean, you'll take half damage from stuff, but you're always getting hit. Frankly, on more than a 2, you're gonna hit with 1. Whereas, like, the Earth seems to completely block it sometimes, so I think that's preferable. I could be totally wrong about that, but that's the inference I've taken, and the experience I've had is that water is generally weaker. And, you know, the pass wall is the same as their wall climbing, whatever the water has, so... It just doesn't seem that good. But what'll happen here is our ethereal... And these guys have ethereal, right? So these guys will fly over walls. I think if I had to rank them all, I'd go fire... No, sorry. This is from highest to lowest now. I'd go air, earth, fire, and water. And that's purely on units. If I were to base it off of what you have the easiest access to throughout the entire game, I'd say fire is probably going to be the best. And that's why I mentioned it before, because you get a lot of rubies through spawning stuff. Now, you can get unlucky and not get some, but I think generally rubies are the way to go. As I pet Floki once again. What's up, buddy? If you want to see Floki, he's on my TikTok with all my other cats and cat friends. I actually found a cat in the wilderness, and I just started petting it one day, and I was like, oh, okay. You're a nice cat, and it was purring and being all chill. That's on there, too. So, you'll also see strange cats, who the owners of I am unsure of. Okay, you do not armor yourself. That's not good, and you're going to take all this fire damage. Please start whacking. Did he miss? There's an earthquake, okay. Start getting some of those out. No big wizards, just these fire oni, the demon ogres of, what is this? But the Bakemono? The Oni King? Bakemono Sorcerer or something? That's how you pronounce it. Oh, an angelic choir. This is a good song for if we duel with the Demon Lords. And we'll probably be cool when we go into the clouds and COE 5. Can't believe I'm saying that. Conquest of Elysium 5. Wild world we live in. So we smash through these dudes. Also, thanks to those who have been liking the videos. I notice. Also the comments. You know I notice those because I usually respond or give a little heart if I don't think a response is necessitated or desired. But I do appreciate the comments. Shows me you're out there. Shows in the likes because it shows me you're out there. Shows me you like the videos. Shows me you want to keep creating more of the stuff. Same with the D&D content, but I figure right now those are at least separate audience. Although I do encourage you, if you're like Conquest of Elysium, I think you'll like our D&D. I really do. It's a little different, right? It's an RPG and it's a role-playing game that's kind of like tabletop, but there's a lot of cool instances in there where the spells are just as cool as in this, because it's 2nd edition spells. It's not 5th edition spells. Although we do homebrew, so we don't roll right off of Thaco like 2nd edition would ask you to do in the books. It's still pretty dope. Now we're going to have some trouble dealing with their air stuff because we got to punch it to death, or we can hold it down on the ground as well. He needs to start punching around him here. There we go. Killing the ethereal Oni ghost. Yeah. The demonic ogres. I wonder what plane these guys banish to. I don't actually know. They're banishable. They must go somewhere. Is there a part of the Inferno where a bunch of Onis are? Like, I've never seen it if so. Which, hey, maybe I missed it. Where are the Onis banished to? I'm curious now. These guys are apparently of the prime material plane. Although maybe those guys will even be banishable to the sky. The sky is not really another plane. I don't know. Kind of like stuff from Agartha is probably not banishable, and our elemental stuff isn't banishable either. I'm very curious to see what they do in Conquest 5 with all that. We'll skip past that. That's an easy fight. I like this Angelic Choir track. Oh, we can buy Earth Gnomes? There we go. Okay, so it's like special. Okay, so it's like the Nexus. But they're all gonna get killed. Fire Storm Giants. We'll actually take those Storm Giants away. Who are we moving? Oh dear God. Okay, that's not that terrible. Let's focus on this. Should be stacking these guys together. We'll do that now. We'll leave these clouds. No big deal. But I guess you can you'll have opportunities to recruit stone giants and things like that from these things. Go take this Fimble Fortress. Should not be too rough with all the lightning striking them. They also have a fire vulnerability if these guys get up, and we'll have a fire shooter here. Although he does not really have a lot of fire spells, so he might fire shield out the front line. Which again, they're vulnerable to. Finally calling the giants here. That's probably enough. You know, for good measure. Not that we need to conquer all of these citadels. Really, we should just be focused on killing the demon lords, but having a couple bases here and there only increases our income and our... Oh, okay, this is empty. Oh, we gotta dig. Damn it. Unless there's an entrance here I've missed. Or we could start running through the magma until we find him. Maybe he's in the magma. That's possible that he's past the magma. Oh, but that's a headache. There's nothing over here either, except for this village of the damned. Don't think we missed any other entrances, so, one of you have a new responsibility. You are our chosen... No. Yes, you with the demon whip. You, Amp, are our chosen one to find the demons in the infernal plane. The Inferno itself, you must travel to and seek them out. As we prepare our elementals to take on the great Abaddon, finishing him off as he slayed some of our wonderful creatures. There's a shadow wood down here. It's interesting. Hopefully they do more with the Shadow Woods in Conquest 5. I do hope. Sentry there. No, I did not want to... You guys can sentry too. Was it doing something with rocks? Did lose that Cyclops, unfortunate. But, hey, whatevs. We're chill. We're chilling. So we move around here. Don't want to pass through... Well, we want to start tunneling then, actually. Don't want to start digging holes to the Inferno everywhere, but it's going to require a lot of troop movement. I think we will eventually see me go away when things are completely peaceful and just funnel troops between us, the Inferno, and try and find, once we find the other Inferno, shuffle a bunch of stuff there as well. Seiden, you can go kill this. This is one of the last strongholds of the Bakemono. He's got this over here. I think he's got a commander. Maybe not. Hopefully he's got a commander somewhere down here running around. Keeping him alive. He's got this guard tower too we could kill, but this has never caused us really any trouble. And I hope it won't. At least in memory. Recent memory. Just wanted to take a look. Oh, I see stuff here. Okay. Yeah, I see cornered there. Might want to try and move our Water Queen this direction and find if we can see. It'd be tough to take something if it's through the water, though. That'd be weird if his Citadel was sitting, like, in the back here. That would be interesting. Interesting way to try and flesh this out here. Boopity boop. As we boop on through this. I will say, if you did sign up to conquer the Inferno, guys, you sign up for a long one with us here. Because this is going to be quite longer than our Baron stuff, I think. Maybe not crazy longer. But quite longer. Actually, don't know how many parts there are in the VOD log at this current point. We'll lose all our stuff here, but he'll move up in Earthquake again. Old Poseidon, King of Earth. Just a regular King of Earth, not Deeper Earth or the Mountain. I don't know what's between... I don't know what would be really different between the Earth King and the Mountain King. Seems very similar. Similar to me, at least. Come on, give us more Earthquakes. Maws of the Earthworks, too. He's taking damage. He doesn't have a good armor spell he can cast on himself, so he just soaks up. Whereas Baratheus and his ilk will just summon major armor. Oh, he might die. That's wild. I can't wait to see the score graphs of our armies. We're not looking at them till the end. But you'll see us like just bloop in a whole bunch of stuff. Especially income and stuff must be off the charts because, you know, no one else is in the Inferno like we are, so I think he will die. Unless he gets another Earthquake off here, but he's casting Eruptions. Yep, there he goes. That's fine. We can resummon him. We'll watch this fight till these frontliners are dead. We won't watch them kill all the ice imps unless it's like really tight. They'll get hit by a bunch of spells before they hit there. But they have good magic resistance. Now if they had like a Fear Aura, Falling Frost is a really good one. If you get these guys, Falling Frost is really good in my perspective. He's actually Ice Shards isn't bad either. This is like my ideal Evoker Demon or Invoker Demon, who just shoots out all the damage spells you need. You know, there's other uses to their other stuff. Ooh, a Gem of Flying. Not that that would help. I guess it would speed up a giant, maybe. He'd prioritize towards the front. Epic boss music, okay. Let's make sure that none of this is actually copyrighted. Yep, okay. Just making sure real quick. Sorry about that, guys. Just had to click on the video. I just got paranoid for a second. I'm like, am I fucking up here? Ooh, weakened. Come on, shoot through the walls here. There we go. And boop, boop, ba-doop. We'll start. And they'll start lightning bolting themselves. They don't have a bunch of lightning immune troops. Some fire shields, it looked like. Oh, some of these guys are diseased. Oh, God. That whole front line. Oh, my lord. Lots of disease on the front line. This whole front line of giants, except for these two, I think are diseased, yeah. God, these skeletons. Oh, they're nasty creatures. And this guy is diseased. Passing that check real easy like. Need to kill this one. They boop through the last of these guys, hopefully soon. Move forward and whatnot. This guy is stunned or something. Yeah. Probably from the ice stuff. Where you got frozen hearted? Does that do that? No. We do need to start thinking about what we're going to do to get the water stuff in the water elemental plane. Could move our Warlock over there with his giant and sit in the Thimble Fortress and keep summoning water stuff until we can go down there and grab it. Also, Earth might be a better option for that because they're amphibious. Could even take an Earth King down there once we know the game is secured. We won't need him for anything else. I don't think we'll need him against any of the infernal creatures. A lot of them fly. I don't think the Duke flies, which we might be able to use, actually. Now that I think of it, an Earth Elementalist or Earth King, Earthquaking the Duke of Hell might not be bad. Or Maws of the Earthing him, although Maws of the Earth doesn't do the extra fire damage. Okay, this is a wrap, folks. You're going to see more losses here on the menu, but we'll skip past the rest of it. Got a Frostbrand. This is just devastating. This fortress has a lot of big guys, but not a lot of stuff to stop us. As we will rip right through them. You know, cold hurts, but it... Now, some of these... Why would you put Fire Shield on the one that's not likely to... Oh, I mean... He is engaged, technically. Vampire Hunter Gothic. Okay. I dig some of these musics. This is not a bad playlist. How do I save this playlist without it public? I have to figure that out. Maybe I'll just like it and keep running back to my likes every time and then dislike it and re-like it again after I have used it. Ethereal Warriors, Warlock. Okay. You need to go scout through the magma anyway. We're still going to do that over here. You need to do it over here now, or go through the water. Probably easier to get through the water. Air Queen, go this way. You go this way. Got our wheels and frost and flames and whatnot. Just bumping along. But unless there's a fortress here that we haven't noticed, which we'll make sure there's not before we leave. Just build some centers there. Why not? We can maybe try this army against the Watcher, because I'm really interested to try and take her out and see if anything cool happens. Yeah, it's a ball summon. Pretty brutal one. But just make sure there's nothing over here. Maybe go try and kill the Watcher. Reroute these guys this direction. I don't know what we're going to do with the rest of our fire giants. Unless there's something in the magma we can run towards. I don't think there's much we want to summon with this guy either. We have some elementals coming down here. We can see the Duke of Hell right now because we have all these storms things going around. Yeah, we won't want to siege equipment, and he does not fly, so he will take earthquake damage. It won't do much to him though. Moaz of the Earth would be the better spell to implement against him. But there's plenty of his army that flies. This is more vampire killing music as the name would implore. Let's move here with Baratheus. We might move him actually to go deal with the water plane. I think that's actually what I want to do with him. bump him around here. Kind of want to scout that corner, but I'm not too worried about it. Assassin. Build a Warlock. We might need to start building stuff here. Century. Didn't want to go away, actually, but we'll tunnel here. See if we can build a tunnel to hell somewhere close by. Find more openings in the earth. I think if we find the Fire Infernal Lord, I think this will be all. We've killed Lord of Corruption. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, that's not it, I don't think. And there'd be like 5, 6, 7. Is there 7 or 8? I'll have to check it between sessions. Trying to remember all the demon lords. I know the fire spinny one. We can't get to Orcus, unfortunately, so Hell will remain ruled by a demon lord, I think, but the rest of it we should be able to grab. Nothing we can build. Oh yeah, Stone Warriors still. We can build Storm Warriors, it seems, almost always. Let's look at our water plane, see what's going on here. Oh, you can build Yetis, you can build Wave. Okay, there we go. That's interesting. These are actually much better in the water plane if you can get here than the earth stuff you're getting. We're going to start building up Wave Warriors, though, and hopefully that doesn't get immediately taken, but we'll go chop through the guys running around and try and explore more while we kill them. We're going to be stuck down here for a while. Okay, did we move everyone in Hell that we wanted to? It looks like it. This is pirate music. Oh my lord. Oh my Lantha. Gonna want a Water Queen eventually. We have so many fire gems. What are we ever gonna do with them? Let's move rocks over here and just take this. Let's get more fire gems. Go insane with fire gems. Guess we could start building up fire troops to deal with the tribal kings when we want to. Fire will wreck through their troops. Those stellar bolts, you know, they'll hurt. But, you know, Hellfire, level 3 fire caster, that's the big thing about fire, is it's so easy to win with fire after that unless you have someone who's fire immune. So Demonologist can last a little longer, but still, you've seen we'll get fire giants then, right? And then just go run through the demons, because now most of their damage is gone. So the fire giants are wild. But, you know, you have to get a high income, but you're able to establish, as we've shown in this game, a high fire income if you can get to enough ancient forests. Unidines, okay. Aetherial Warriors. I think we're going to prioritize the Unidines, although we're not doing well on money right now. So we'll build some Unidines there. Build up some water. I don't know if we get a captain here ever. Leave most of that alone. Just search around. Just more frozen waste. We do want to kill these armies, though. Kind of conclusively slay a bunch of this water stuff. Although I think the rest of our conquests will have to take place with amphibious troops. Which means we can move out of there soon. I don't like that you come over here. But I don't necessarily want to kill your army. Neither does Barathas. But he might be forced to. 2 champions Earth. Okay, 2 Earth Knights, not too bad. Hop closer to him, scare him a little bit. Oh, I thought that was with him. Oh. He could be in a little trouble. But he'll probably Soldiers of Steel himself, and then his armor is pretty good. So there is the crazy Priest King. He might kill our Aetherial Warriors, although I don't think he knows they're there. Oh no, they're not stealthy. Okay, so he probably does know they're there. These birds, oh my god. The Moon Priest is so wounded. My god, what happened to this guy? His his curse. He's feeble-minded, so he's at least a level 2 caster. That does suck when your casters get feeble-minded like that. I know what happened. Maybe that was us. Yeah, that might have been with our Barathas or someone. One of our Earth dudes. He doesn't have an Orb of Earth, does he? I don't see it. A lot of these guys, you can tell, I think, were fighting against us. Oh, no, they're cursed. Maybe fighting against the Onis and their curses. They tend to do that. This guy's horror marked. Remember way, way back in this campaign when we were like, oh god, our Earth guy got horror marked, and then they all, every one of our Warlocks that we started with died, starting the council, so it's good lore, but we actually didn't check this. I'm gonna be so mad if it's just right there. And we don't check it forever. Oh, let's take the arduous journey of running through the magma. Getting flying might have helped with these tiles, I don't know. But we'll start running through there. As we can start doing more water summoning as well. Let's do some greater water. We could also use some archers in the back just shooting at these guys, but we'll take a lot of damage because we are not immune to fire. But this army with the clouds, oof, it'll... All these lightning bolts, she's immune to fire. We might want to send her in and not her as a commander and just send her troops. Because they have fire resistance. She does have a little bit, but not maximum. I'm willing to risk the Child of Lim, but not her herself. But in the meantime, Eton can take us another village, because we need to increase our gold gain if we're recruiting from the elemental planes. I don't know if we'll ever use any of our troops down there as much as we think we might, but just making sure would be cool. Moving to the elemental plane. You have one more movement. We'll move you here. You guys can go through the gate. Don't destroy that gateway. I will blow up if I destroy that gateway. That is a we have to go back kind of thing. Oh god, what do we want? We're here now. Transfer, let's see. We can also go around and learn level 3 spells. What do we want? Okay, we're going to get plenty of water troops, but we need to get underwater with a commander. We could move a water queen here eventually. That'll take a long time. Earth is probably also a better access to that. Air is going to take hell to move through if we don't get more air troops. But we have an air giant leading here, and they won't deal very well with their air kin. I'm just thinking. Air will probably do a lot if we get smoke warriors and send them through. Which means we're going to either need a fire, air, and I definitely think I prioritize air. But we're going to need fire immune troops to go into the fire elemental planes, but giants will almost always do good there. We have a giant here already. And we also got to remember, down in Agartha, we have an air caster, so we probably want to do water and earth. As weird as that is. I think that's what we're going to do. Although we don't have enough water gems to really... Oh, God, I just don't know. We'll do a storm pact for sure. I think. Oh, I said water and earth. Damn it. That's okay. We're going to move an Earth King down here, so we'll actually do air and water. There we go. And fire will be fine. We're sending the giants in to deal with all that. And they will continuously summon giants until they're all dead. And if we need another giant king to deal with stuff, we will, but let the giants take over that business. I think that's all we really need to move. We still got this guy, but he's not going to do much for us, is he? Yeah. Telemon. I love that name. That's a cool name, Telemon. Okay, we'll go next turn. See what these Bakemono on our borders do. We can skip past that fight. Go plow through these dudes pretty simply. Okay, this is just a Halo track. I'm not into the Halo stuff. Never been a Halo person. I played it maybe a couple times when I was younger. Halo 3, just hanging out at a friend's house, but nothing too serious. That friend being ultimately frustrated with me because they're like, how do you not know how to play Halo? I'm like, well, I don't have Halo at home. Use your rational brain, friend. Did not say that when I was a child, but it's a little joke. Okay, I think with the end of this turn, we're going to end the episode, guys. We're doing our best to conquer as quickly as possible. Is that the Priest King? Is he coming around here? So we have something we have to take care of on our borders. A bunch of Sky 3 casters. And a whole bunch of other dudes. But I think we have some answers to that around here. You are not the answer, Barathas. Barathas will run away, but the rest of our friends here, Rox especially, is going to need to get some friends around, put on that Hellfire suit, and I think you'll see very soon what is in store for Rox and his friends. Catharsis may get attacked. Hopefully he doesn't, but we're going to give a save for posterity. And guys, I hope you've been enjoying the series. If you have, give us a like, give us a comment, give us a subscribe, and also check out our D&D stuff. We always appreciate that. Other than that, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.